Hi, I'm Tony James. My channel is HillQuest Dual Sport, and this week I just received this Nightlight LED light and a on-off switch that I am going to install on the Yamaha TTR230 right after this. Okay, so I think I've got everything I need. I've taken the number plate off the bike. I've got strippers, solder, some wire, tape, the light and the switch, license plate, just so I can space it out because I'm going to have to put the light underneath the license plate, my drill bits, tool kit, and some shrink here and a heat gun. So I'm not going to bore you while I put this all together, but I am going to maybe stop and show you the highlights once I get and finish a couple of key areas. So in short, I'm going to put this bracket behind here, drill a hole so that it adds a little more stability. The light is going to sit probably here, and I'll drill a hole in here for the wire and connect it up with the switch and this wire, which is going to go to the battery. So I think that's about it for now. I'll check in a little later. Alright, so I got the light mounted on the number plate, and it has this bracket on the back to give it reinforcement. That hole right here will attach to the frame of the bike, which also gives it more stability. So that turned out okay. The power cable here will just go underneath, and that will then connect up in the back here to the rest of the power cables. And I'll just use some regular clips and just to connect those so that I can take the light off if I ever need to. So that's step number 2. Alright, so I got everything wired up. This is the negative, which goes to the negative battery. I've got the switch on and off, which runs through to the positive. I've got it connected to the battery, and I'm just going to test it for the very first time here. Let's just see how, cross my fingers. Look at that. Man, that's bright. Cool. Well, I got it all wired up right. Next thing is to install it back on the bike, and once that's installed, I will get it all put back together and give you another look. As you can see, it's pretty snowy, and it is about -19 right now. So I am just going to open my garage really quick just to show you what I've done here. So I've got the number plate with the light back on. Here is the switch to the lights, and the wiring just comes down here, follows along with the throttle cable under the gas tank, and I will clean it up right here, connect it up to the battery. Once I get the side cover back on, the seat back on, I will fire it up and give you an idea of how bright it is here in my garage when I close the door and it's totally dark. So until then, this is the install. So I have the bike all back together now. It's a little dark here in my garage tonight, but everything's back together. So I'm just going to test that light and see how bright it is. So let me just turn it on. Shows my tool chest and all my biking gear. I'm just gonna go and turn off my main light here. We'll see how it goes. That's pretty bright. I think that'll do. Well, all in, about 30 bucks for the light and the switch, and I'm pretty satisfied. It's certainly good enough for the trails that I rode on. Until then, I can hardly wait for spring.